Assalamu alaikum, boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, people of all ages. Bringing it back to you guys with another Muslim Brothers 101 video. So, I'm with these boys. Why? Because it's the time of Eid al-Adha. And we need to remember this, this tradition that we carry out every year of sacrificing, slaughtering an animal. Where did this tradition come from? Okay, and what can we learn from this, from this story? Because the characteristics of the prophets that were involved in this story are absolutely amazing. So let's check it out. So our story includes Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam and Prophet Ismail alayhi salam, and their story is written in Surah As-Safat, which is Surah number 37, ayah number 102. And basically how the story starts is Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he gets a dream. He gets a dream in which he sees that he is sacrificing or slaughtering Ismail alayhi salam, his son. Now, most dreams that tend to come to prophets tend to be revelations. So look at the father-son relationship in this ayat, okay? Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he goes to Ismail alayhi salam and he tells him about the dream that he just got. And remember at this time that Ismail alayhi salam is only a young boy. Now, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, once he tells his son Ismail alayhi salam the dream, you imagine the response that Ismail alayhi salam, a young boy, gave. Look at the tawakkul he has on Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and the trust he has on his father, okay? Let's just stop here for a second. If your dad came up to you right now, he was like, alright son, yeah, this is what we need to do. I got a dream. Okay, you're freaking out. You're like, whoa, relax right now. Okay, put the knife down, let's talk. Where did you get this dream from? Why are you dreaming about this? Okay, you can say all sorts of things. You'd be freaking out right now. So, but that's not Ismail alayhi salam's response. Look at what he says. Ismail alayhi salam says, oh dear father, and you need to remember, in this ayat, Ismail alayhi salam is also consoling his father because this is not an easy act for Ibrahim alayhi salam to do. Okay, it's not an easy act for him to carry out. He needs to sacrifice his own son. So Ismail alayhi salam understands that this is difficult for his father, and he consoles him in this sentence. He says, oh dear father, he's consoling him. He says that you do what you need to do. You have been commanded, okay? Carry out what you have been commanded to do. Inshallah, you will find me from the as-sabirun. Inshallah, you will find me patient. That's the response from Ismail alayhi salam. He's a young boy. And he doesn't question anything he said. He doesn't say, why is Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala giving dreams like this? In this test, he says, inshallah, you will find me patient. Do what you need to do. That's beautiful. That's such an amazing lesson that we can learn from this story. So anyway, Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam takes his son, Ismail alayhi salam, and he reached the place of where he has to do this act, where he has to do the slaughter, the sacrifice. And Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, when he lies his son down on the sacrificial table or whatever, the stone kind of, and he lays him down, he lays him face down because it's going to be difficult for him to see his son's face and carry out the act. So he lies him face down. And Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam, he gets the knife. When he cuts, he sees that Ismail alayhi salam is standing completely, he's fine, he's okay, he's standing, and instead of Ismail alayhi salam on the sacrificial stone is now a goat, or a sacrificed goat, or a ram. And if you look at this whole story, I mean, this is the origin for where we slaughter the animal, where we sacrifice the animal. We remember this amazing sacrifice that Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam was ready to carry out, and he did. That's what we remember every Eid al-Adha, every year. And also a huge lesson for our daily lives is where Ismail alayhi salam, his reaction to the test. Because if you look at it, this whole story, this whole test, everything in the end turned out to be okay. Ismail alayhi salam was okay. But what was Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala testing? He was just testing how would they react? How would my prophets, how would my believers react? And most of the time, you'll have noticed where we come into tests like this as well. And we're placed in a test, and in that moment, as soon as that hardship comes upon us, we lash out. Okay, we're like, yo, what is happening? Why did this happen to me? You get angry, you lash out maybe at a family member, a friend, and then in the end you find out that everything was okay, and then you kind of regret the way you acted. You're like, I shouldn't have been angry because I got what I had to get, or it turned out okay. And most exactly just the way it turned out okay for Ibrahim alayhi salam and Ismail alayhi salam, it turns out okay for us. But Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, what is he doing? He's just checking your response. And this is every day we come into tests. How do we need to react? What do we learn from this lesson? We react the way Ismail alayhi salam reacts, the way he says, what do we need to say? We need to talk just like Ismail alayhi salam. He said, Inshallah, you will find me from the as-sabirun. Inshallah, you will find me patient. That's how we need to react in all our tests as well. Ya Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, you put this test on me, it's going to be okay in the end. Because it tends to be, it's okay in the end. But He's just checking your response. So what do you say? Inshallah, you will find me as-sabirun. You will find me from the patient. You will find me to be patient. That's how we need to react. And I thought this is a good story. It's a good reminder. We all need reminders. And the occasion is upon us of Eid al-Adha. So I thought it fits well. And I think it's a good reminder. And it's a good story. Very beautiful story. And these characteristics that we see in these prophets, we should aspire to have those same characteristics. The way they act, we should act just like them. So, hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Assalamu alaikum. أشرقت نفسي بنور من فؤادي حينما رددت يا رب